welcome to 5 Questions with your classical educator. My name is Christy Stoddard, and I'm the Culture and Events Coordinator for Scholé Academy. Angelique Chaverri is joining us today. Angelique is from my hometown, so we have known each other for eons, it feels like. She actually tutored my son eons ago. He's 18 now, and he was just a little guy back then. Welcome, Angelique. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you so much. I'm happy to be here.
Yay. Well, let's go ahead and jump right in. And I'm going to ask you our first question by way of introduction. Tell us about yourself.
Okay, so I'm Angelique Chaverri. They're messed up on my own name. I have 2 boys and a wonderful husband. We live in Missouri, and I love gardening, kayaking, hiking, camping, and my educational background is my bachelor's degree is actually in psychology. My intention was to become a neuropsychologist, and 2 weeks before graduation, I realized that neuropsychologists sit in an office all day, and that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to be hands-on and actually improve learning issues. So I got a master's degree in special education. I was only in the school districts about 4 years, and then I went into private practice where I could train and implement a lot of different neural type therapies to actually improve learning. And I have spent my career learning about the neurological underpinnings of learning. And my favorite, my big passion is reading.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you. So why, Angelique, why do you teach? I mean, you kind of gave a little bit there, but tell us a little bit more about why you teach.
Oh, I think for the love of learning, to see that light bulb go on for kids and that joy on their face, and to help them navigate those beginning steps and start putting the building blocks together is such a joy. And being able to work with the parents, I teach right now, I'm teaching mommy and me style. So training the parents how to educate their children is just a dream come true for me.
Oh, that's wonderful. Can you think of a book that has been formative to who you are?
Heidi. It's a tradition in our family. My grandmother read it when she was a very little girl. Then she read it to my dad. My dad read it to me. I read it to my boys. And as you could tell from my little intro bio that I gave, what really stuck out to me and stuck with me about Heidi was the fact that the little girl that was healed and able to get out of the wheelchair and walk, hopefully that's not a spoiler for anybody that hasn't read Heidi yet, because of breathing the fresh mountain air and being outside in the sunshine and eating healthy food and moving around. And I believe all those things are much needed in the life of a child.
Okay, that's beautiful. I love that book too. I read that as a child and of course saw very many iterations of the movie. It's such a beautiful story. Speaking of beauty, what is one of the most beautiful things you've ever seen?
Oh, I thought about this for a while, and I just, the only thing I can say is my children's smiles. And when they're really smiling and laughing and they're just really in a joyful place, it just lights me up. It is just the most beautiful thing. And in dark moments, that's what I think of, is times where they've been joyful and happy and really just enjoying creation and life.
Oh, that's beautiful. I love that. Thank you so much for sharing that. So the last question, I'm going to tweak it a little bit because I want you to first tell us what classes you're teaching this fall, and then what goodness could someone expect from those courses?
Sure. So I'm teaching Reading Foundations 1, 2, and then this fall we're adding 3. What goodness can they expect? There's so much, I think, and I could talk all day about this one, but like I talked about the importance of the foundation for students. And so many families, I think, struggle with how to teach reading. And the neurological underpinnings of reading and learning are so important. So what you will find different in this class is the goodness of play, the goodness of movement, and how I'll teach these families how to instruct their children in appropriate movement, how to build it into their day, games to play, how to get outside, and all the things that does for the body and for the brain, and how that relates to learning. And then, of course, the building blocks of the English language and all the amazing things that you can find, all the adventures that you can find in reading books.
I love that so much. I love how that ties back into Heidi, the
Yes.
formative book for you. And I mean, how we can extrapolate how the Holy Spirit uses everything
Yeah.
for his glory when we love him and when we search for him. And so that is so beautiful. Thank you, Angelique. I loved getting to know those little bits about you that I didn't already know. And I'm sure our watchers enjoyed getting to know you. If you are interested in any of Angelique's classes, please go to the scholeacademy.com all courses page, and you'll find her in the lower school. Thank you so much, Angelique. I hope you have a restful rest of your summer, and we will see you in the fall.
Yay.
Bye.